I realized after making the following video that I really want to emphasize that the following video is not an advertisement for doing entity extractions. I don't do that sort of work, and I think that 99% of the time, just usual energy healing and the things that I mention in this video are really what people need. So the following video is to broaden your understanding and help and empower you. I also realized that I use the word negative energy, and that's not something that a term I usually use. I prefer unhelpful energies, confused energies, or confused beings, entities or energies, beings that are in misunderstanding and have forgotten who they really are. So please keep that in mind as you watch the following video. Thank you. Sometimes people contact me asking if they have a negative energy or entity attached to them, and they have concerns and questions about this. And so I thought I'd make this video to help offer new understandings and to help you feel more safe, empowered, and at ease around this. So, do negative energies exist? Do negative entities or negative beings exist? Well, I feel like there are about 4 categories around this that I'm going to talk about here in this video. So, the first is that humanity as a whole, that we have things and wounds and pains, and we have lower vibrational emotional energy and thoughts and beliefs, and that those as a whole and the consciousness of humanity can kind of conglomerate and build like this consciousness of all of our negative, lower vibrational energy. And so at times you may feel that, especially if you are a sensitive person or if you are opening up in those ways of perceiving beyond just the 5 senses, where you're sensing more, where you're sensing energy and becoming aware that you are sensing that, you may pick up on that negative energy, those lower vibrations that exist on the planet. And at times, those can even, I believe, like move across the globe like a cloud, and you may come in your area. So everything that happens everywhere affects all of us. And I think that's important and beautiful thing to remember, that what's going on in another part of the world can have effect on us in many ways, including energetically and the energy that is present on the planet. So that's the first type of lower vibrational energy negativity that I want to share with you. Also, the second is that I think there are consciousnesses that exist that have forgotten who they are, consciousnesses that just exist in the realms of energy and not in the physical, that have lost touch with love and connection, that these parts are, this consciousness, it could be in a, locked in a way of being that is lower vibrational, negative, in a defense. Maybe it's part of a human soul that has passed on, that is lingering here and hasn't healed. I can't say for sure, but this is an idea that I think is very possible, that there is actual consciousness that is unhealed and not in its truth, that has forgotten about its love and beauty, and is just carrying around that negativity. And the another kind, so the third kind I want to talk about are just sort of these things floating around. Like if you're in the ocean and there are things floating around in the ocean, I've seen that in our energy field, in the field of energy. So say you're in the ocean and a piece of seaweed came and stuck to you. Like there's things in the energy field like that that are kind of don't have a personality, that are kind of just levels of consciousness and beings like that, like a piece of seaweed in the ocean, or something more along those lines, more of a almost like a energetic animal or material like that. And I have seen that, and I've seen it in people's energies, not real often, but rarely, occasionally, and it can cause physical sensations. Like I saw one once, a woman. There was one here, and she had a headache. It doesn't mean that every physical sensation that doesn't feel good or headache is related to some sort of energy being like that. But they didn't seem harmful or have harmful intent or negativity, but just something in the astral realm. And then the last one I want to talk about is just our own wounds and our own emotional struggles, our own places where we have lower vibrational energy, where emotionally or in our thoughts, in our beliefs, and that lower vibrational energy, sometimes it might be something that is yours. So again, the types of negative lower vibrational energy you may be sensing could be from your own thoughts, beliefs, places that need healing, can be from a consciousness that's maybe a part of a soul that has passed on, or it could be a consciousness lingering in your energy field, like from a past relationship or abuser or trauma. And it can be a conglomeration of just the lower vibrational energy that's on earth, that has kind of conglomerated together. And it can be just these sort of nondescript, floaty things in the astral field, like I mentioned, like the seaweed. So, what to do if you are experiencing any of this? Well, just a basic energy healing with a good energy healer can help to shift and clear things. I would avoid, be cautious around people who are really promoting themselves as someone who extracts entities, and some of that's just kind of fear-based, and some people will prey on your fears. So often I find that like that's not really needed. Just some of these tools I'm going to give you, and a good energy healing that can help. But there's lots of these other tools too and things you can do. So let's talk about those. So an energy healing can be helpful. Just your normal, regular chakra balancing, clearing of the field, clearing of things in the field. And when I do my energy healing, though I'm not particularly looking for this sort of thing, if I do see something, we look at it and do some clearing work. And doing your internal work is really important. So are there some wounds and experiences that you've had that really need to be given some compassion and love and care and support for. I think that's really huge when we're talking about this subject. Really looking at, what's within you why is this coming up? Why is this coming up for you? And really doing your own healing work and looking at too along these lines, have you had any dynamics lately where there needs to be some forgiveness, some empathy towards yourself or another? Has there been any like shame or guilt or non-integrous sort of actions that you have done or that someone has done to you? These are really things that can start to create this lower vibrational field and get caught in the sense that there's something here that shouldn't be here. So doing your own healing work and really looking at your own wounds, places in need of healing, any situations where there have been any shame, guilt, betrayal, lack of integrity, this sort of thing. And you want to infuse your life with things that are positive and that support you. So, what people are really good for you and in a field of care and love and support and are a good person to have in your life. So, looking at what like your relationships, does something need to change there? And surrounding yourself with positive things, such as even what music are you listening to, positive music makes you feel good, movies that bring you joy and laughter and open the heart, listening to audios that feel supportive and uplifting, and reading books that are supportive and uplifting. I mean, if you're, watching horror movies and then you're thinking there's negative energies and entities around you, well, yeah, you just watched a horror movie. So, paying attention to what are you giving your attention to, what you give your time, energy, and attention to will affect your experience, your reality, where your mind goes, where your thoughts go, how you feel. So give that some attention. Also, space clearing. You can clear your space. That's a good idea. Now, even basic house cleaning is really good for lifting the vibration of your home. Like vacuuming can suck up lower energies that settle towards the ground. So cleaning and organizing your space, decluttering, and then doing some really beautiful work, like put on some really beautiful music, or sounds, like a sound healing type of music. On YouTube, they have even like these 3 hour long binaural beats, chakra healing music, something like that, that has beautiful tones and sounds that can fill your space, because music's an energy that can fill and shift your space and environment and yourself. So when you do your space clearing at home, put on some really beautiful music and maybe, invite a friend over and do it together. You can do that and just do it with love and joy and goodness, and have fun. If you do it as like a battle, I'm getting rid of something bad, that's not as high of a vibration as doing it in this space of lightness and fun. And so you can put on the music, maybe burn some copal or sage or palo santo, or combination of those. You can walk around all the walls the whole perimeter of your inside of your house, and imagine you're brushing rainbow colors on your walls. You can ring a bell around your house too, and space clear. See how that feels. If you're experiencing this, if you're feeling like something's in your space attached to you or in you, like do these things and see how you feel, and do it with peace, inner peacefulness. If you need support, have a friend help you, or you can hire somebody to. And again, look at where you're giving your attention, and really set your intention that negative, lower vibrational energies don't even have a place with you, like it's not worth your time. So like in meditation, how we're meditating and a thought comes and you just notice it, non-attachment, just let it pass by. You can do that with practice that with thoughts and feelings about negative energies. Notice, just you don't have to give it your time, energy, and attention. So just hold that intention that it's not something that is a part of you, where you want to give your attention and part of your reality. You don't have to give it so much of your awareness and your energy. You know, what we give our attention to, we give more energy to. So try to calm your worry and just hold your intention that you're focusing on the goodness and your own self-care, and where you want to use your time, energy, and focus. Another thing that's really helpful is to, again, going back to how lower vibrational energies or entities or beings can be disconnected from the truth of who they are. Bringing that to mind really helps. So sometimes when we, feel unsafe or have been hurt by someone, like this is true for real people in the physical in our lives, that when we have felt hurt by them, or something happens that is a trauma or just upsetting, or we feel unsafe with somebody, in our mind's eye, we usually often see them as like bigger, and we feel kind of disempowered. Well, it's the same thing with lower vibrational energies, negative energies, is that if you think about it, if you're feeling like there's something around you, you are probably seeing it as more ominous than it needs to be. And if you remember that that energy is just something that has forgotten who they are, that has a woundedness, that has forgotten its love and is feeling separate and is acting from defense and its own pain, then it kind of comes down, shrinks down. It's not so ominous. And there can even be some compassion for this. So try that and see how that works for you. I've found it very helpful, and others have found it helpful too. So also getting out in nature can be very helpful. Get out on the earth, out in nature, grounding, being in that nature vibration is really beneficial. And another way to clear your own field is taking a salt and soda bath. So a few cups of sea salt and a few cups of baking soda in a warm bath, and that's very clearing for the energy field. So I hope this is helpful. I really believe in the innate goodness of the universe and the innate goodness of everything, that things are always moving towards healing and positive evolution. And I believe in your innate goodness, and just remember that. And I hope that these, what I've shared, possibly some new ways of framing negative energy, lower vibrations, entities, I hope it's helpful. And I wish you a beautiful day.